So, Easter is around the corner, and my Roblox game is still dead. So, how about I make an Easter update that'll hopefully bring my game back to life. I barely have any time left, because at the time of recording this video, Easter is in just 7 days. Yeah, this is going to be fun. So, I need to have a plan, because you know what they say, a goal without a plan is just a wish. Alright, listen, here's my plan. So, the first thing I'm going to add is a new Easter quest. And of course, for every quest, there has to be a good prize. So, you'll be able to obtain a new trail called the Exter. And on top of that, you'll be able to obtain a new limited time badge that'll probably be never obtainable again. And if we merge all of these things together, we should have a proper Easter update. What could possibly go wrong? So, I made a design for a new Easter trail that is going to be called Exter. This trail is going to be one of the best ones in the game. To make it actually work, I added the trail in Roblox Studio and set the texture to the image I made. I played around with the settings until it looked good. Now, I want to make an Easter bunny that is going to ask you for help. By help, I mean it's going to give you a quest. Here is my Easter bunny. I added a ring around it and a crate. But if you join the game, you can barely even notice that there is an Easter bunny. It's just an NPC. So I think I should definitely add scenery around it. You know, some kind of grass and also maybe eggs. So let me start by adding a grass floor slash path, and let me start by inserting a part. Let's color it. I think this looks good. And for the material, I'll do leafy grass. How about that? Nah, that doesn't look good. I think I'm gonna go with the default grass. Now I'm going to duplicate this a bunch of times. See, it already stands out a bit more, but of course I'm nowhere near done. I can search up for some kind of low poly grass. There's a lot of useful stuff in the toolbox, and I'll use this one. Let me see how it looks. This is exactly what I need, to be honest. Now I'll use the brush tool, delete these. Let me see how this works. I have okay. I think there's a little bit too much grass. I have barely used this plugin, so I don't know what I'm really doing. When it comes to Roblox development, you just gotta experiment with some things until something just looks good. So now I want to add Easter eggs. That is going to be pretty cool. So let me search out for Easter eggs. Now the lobby is, let's just say, decent. I'm not gonna say it's the best. You know, I think I should also add a red arrow, so the players know for sure that that's where the Easter event is on. Pretty much what I did is make the red arrow, and I asked ChatGPT to write me a script that should move it up and down. But yeah, let me just show you what happened. I mean, I don't know what's happening. Every time I try to move a model, it just ends up doing something like this. I don't think I'm trusting ChatGPT again. I thought of a really simple way to fix this. I just use the union and move the part's position and rotation just like this. So now the arrow is spinning and going slowly up and down. So finally I was able to achieve what I wanted. Then I added a little frame that displays the trail that you can get for completing the quest. Also, if you're wondering, where did my old scenery go? It's nothing to worry about. It's still here, but for the next clips, to be honest, I don't know where it went. Anyways, I made the whole quest system, screen GUIs, scripts, and all that stuff. Yeah, my mic wasn't working for this part, so I will comment on how well the testing went. I went up to the bunny, got a quest that requires me to get 5 wins. I could already tell that the text doesn't fit in the buttons. I will fix that later. I accepted the quest, and you can check your progress by clicking on the quests button. Then I got 5 wins and got the trail for completing the quest. So the concept works, except some small issues, but I still need to make some improvements. So I added the click sound that should play every time you click on a button, and it works. I also wanted to add an animation to all of the buttons, so I just pasted my current animation script, but it doesn't really look good. So let me make a separate script for the quests buttons. So to make a separate script, I can just do it like this. So go to these animations, I could do UI animations too. Let me go to the Easter bunny. So now I have completed the quest, and as you can see, the animation works. Of course, I can't forget about the limited time badge, so let me make that. So you'll be able to obtain the new limited time badge by completing the Easter event. And to complete the Easter event, you have to get the extra trail. I already have a script that awards a badge based on if you own a trail. For example, this one awards a badge called Obigod if you own, of course, the Obigod trail. So what I could do is I could duplicate this script, name this one Easter badge, and simply change the trail's name to Exter. And also change the badge ID to the actual badge I'm going to award. Then let's also change the print statement right here and test it out. I don't think it works in Roblox Studio, but as you can see, Janice01 received the badge for owning the Exter trail. So it does work, but in Studio, you just cannot see it. There's one last job that I have to do. It's to make a new game icon.
Do you smell something?
Yeah, it's the smell of a speed build montage. Even though I barely had time to make this update, it turned out pretty good. Give it a try if you're bored. I would appreciate if you could just smash that subscribe button. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.